Hey, taking another walk today. Today, I've been working on eBay. I slept in a good bit this morning. Got up early, I had to go to the bathroom because I'm an old man. And that I was up for a few hours and then slept a few more. But yeah, catching up on sleep has been tough. Um, so, stretching my legs, we're going to take a walk, show you the hill down. Pretty good hill here in front of the house. Yeah. So let's chat. After making that video yesterday and after walking, it made me feel better. Physically feel better after walking. 'Cause that's when you haven't been for a while. Yeah, you get out of breath and stuff like that, but it does make you feel better to exercise, especially when you're dealing with grief and sorrow and things like that. I think do some physical exercise of some sort. Even if it's just yoga or aerobics or some sort of aerobics. I mean, walking is aerobics of a sort, but doesn't have to be anything like 80s, like that movie Perfect or whatever. I think that was it with John Travolta and Jamie Lee Curtis. Terrible movie, terrible movie. But I remember it being all about aerobics. Yeah. Anyhow, yeah, but do something, get your heart pumping just a little bit at least, and get things going, and that way you're not just sitting in a house wallowing in sorrows and all that kind of thing, because that's not really good for anybody, you know. All right, so anyways, tomorrow it would have been a whole week since Paula officially passed. I think she was gone, honestly, a day or so before that, but just, mental wise and all that, she wasn't responding a whole lot. Not really. I mean, her pupils were still responding, but anyway, don't want to get off in the weeds on that. That was sad. It was a very sad time. Really messed me up being up there with her, but I was glad I was with her, and I was glad she knew that I was with her. So, but I don't want to dwell on all that. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I got up the hill. All right. So today walking, I'm gonna go all the way down to the street, and then I'm gonna take this side street, come back around. Add a little bit to it. Trying to build back up. Yeah, and sometimes you're dealing with pain, you're dealing with grief, especially something traumatic like losing a mate, spouse, partner, whatever, or even other close family members. It's good to talk about it. It's good to get it out, even though it hurts still and makes you sad and sorrowful and all that. But it's still good to get it out. What I've been doing, sorry, a little out of breath, because I'm, still getting back used to this. What I've been doing is trying to turn to gratitude when I feel, and this may not work for everybody, but it's been working good for me. I've been working on gratitude. Sorry, I was trying to catch my breath, get my heart rate under a little bit of control there. When I'm walking, a lot of times I like to take deep breaths. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Hard to talk when you're trying to take deep breaths, though. So, yeah. Downhill. Yeah, here we go. Only problem about downhill is you gotta come back up. Yeah. Anyways, I've been trying to turn to gratitude. So, now what I mean by that is when I start feeling sad and go, well, she was young, had a whole lot of years she could have lived, if you're going by average lifespans and things like that. She was only 50, 52, yeah, 50, yeah, 52. So, and that's messed up, but she could have lived a lot longer if you're going by average lifespans, but I can't focus on that. I can't be mad at the universe or at, some higher being or whatever. because, and whatever you believe is fine on that. Me, whatever. But whatever people believe on that is fine. Everyone has to make their own path in life. Kind of, work out their own beliefs. And that's a good thing to do. But I can't be angry at anyone or anything. I can't be angry at the chaos of the universe. I can't be mad at the cancer. I mean, I could be, but it doesn't do any good. She's had it for 8 years. Yeah, it was, dormant for a couple, 2-3 years there, but then it came roaring back. So, nothing, it doesn't do any good to be angry at that. Because, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it's horrible stuff, and I wouldn't wish it on my own worst enemy. Not that I have one, but if I had one, I wouldn't say, I hope they get cancer. Because it's horrible watching somebody you love that has that. So, to me, I've been focusing on gratitude, though, for what she and I had and the years we had together. I think I mentioned it yesterday. We dated when we were younger, and I've written about it on Facebook. We dated when we were younger for like 6 months. And then I lost her, and it just destroyed me. But 15 years later, like a miracle, I got her back. So I'm so grateful that we were together for 17 years this time around. So when I felt a ton of sorrow up there at the hospital when I was up there for like 3.5 days. But the thing about it is, I didn't get it all out of my system. There's still moments I miss her. I miss her all the time, but there's moments when it hurts a little more. But it's not as raw now. It's not open, like an open wound, basically. Doesn't mean it can't reopen. I'm sure it will, especially when my daughter's here later in another week or two and starts helping me go through things a little more. Because I've barely gone through anything so far in the house, but just looking for a few things for her family and stuff, but even that, not a lot. And that'll be okay. If I get to that and I'm feeling raw, I'll feel it and I'll deal with it, and it'll be good. Maybe I'll have another cry. I've cried a lot, especially when she was in the hospital and everything. But what I'm trying to do, like I said, sorry, I digress, but I'm kind of rambling, but I'm trying to get through all this, and sometimes that helps. I'm a bit of a rambler anyway, so. But it helps to focus on gratitude and just be grateful for that time we had together. Not be angry at anybody or anything, but feel grateful and be glad I had her as long as I did. Be glad that, for the most part, that 17 years we had together, even when she was sick, it was still, I'd say 99% of it was good to great, and how many people spend their whole lives together and hate each other? How many people spend 40, 50 years together and can't stand each other, hate each other's guts? A lot of them stay together because of their kids, and however you feel about that, or for other reasons, and however you feel about that, that's fine. But to me, I'd rather have had her 17 years and lose her like this, as horrible as it was, than not to have had her at all. And I'd rather have had that 17 years of good to great with her, where 99% of it was good to great. The other 1% was basically just when she was sick and, was hurting and stuff. That wasn't so great, because you hate seeing someone you love that much in pain, But I'm grateful I had her that long. I mean, that's really where my heart is. And I'm grateful that she's not hurting anymore. I'm grateful that she didn't have to suffer anymore with that cancer. It was horrific, especially right at the end. But, gratitude is real. It can be. I'm not saying it's the be-all, end-all, or magic fix for things. I'll probably still check into some therapy, and I'll probably still, I would recommend that for, checking into that for anybody that's going through something like this, a loss like this. But at the same time, if you can find a way to feel some gratitude for what you had with that person, whoever they were to you, I think it helps. I mean, it helps me. And certainly, I don't think it would hurt. And that's hard to do. You know, some people get bitter over things like this, and I completely understand. It would be really easy to get bitter. Oh boy, big hill. I forgot this hill. Woo! This thing's steep. It's not so bad coming down the other side, but yeah. I think that's my talk for today. Well, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. No, but I think that's my talk. I'm gonna focus on getting up this big hill. Thanks, guys. Anybody watching this, I hope it helps. If you've lost someone, just remember, find people that love you, friends, family. If you have someone that loves you, find them. Talk to them, even if you haven't talked in a while. Reconnect. It's important. I've reconnected with a lot of folks. It's been helping me a lot. So, and family's all been helping me a lot. So, and if you don't have family, you know, reconnect with old friends or something. Because there's got to be someone out there that cares. You know, there are groups. Whew, boy, I forgot how big that hill was. There are groups out there, like therapy groups and that kind of thing too. So find somebody that you can talk to. Find somebody that will show care, that's been through similar things. Don't give up. Please don't give up. Please try to feel some gratitude for what you have with that person you're missing. Even though you still miss them. But, you know, try to have gratitude for who they were and what they meant to you and what you meant to each other. It helps. All right, thanks. Much love to all of you. Take care.